Hello, my name is Kurz, this is Low Mana, and welcome to our first lore report of 2017. We've got a few things to cover today, from Oasis release through to Hook 2.0, Tracer's Accelerator, and by far the most important, for us at least, we're lore nerds like that, the clarification on some awkward photos from Michael Chu that have been skewing the timelines for months now. I'm going to start with the meaty lore centre of this news roundup, because it clears up a bunch of questions we've had for a long while now, and will hopefully go a long way towards correcting a number of common mistakes people make when discussing the history of Overwatch. Pretty much since the days they came out, one in Recall, the other 2 months later in Are You With Us, they've caused confusion through the presence of younger members such as Tracer in the company of young-looking iterations of the older members, primarily the core of Jack Morrison, Gabriel Reyes, and Anna Amari. I'll start off with this image from Are You With Us that Winston uses to highlight the heroism of Overwatch. With the handshake between an unknown human and Omnic at its heart, the logo of an equally unknown global security organisation prominent behind them and stamped on every medal in sight, it's easy to see why so many assumed that this was showing off the end of the Omnic crisis. While this was never an assumption we've made due to the glaring errors that would throw up, it has been a regular undercurrent we've heard in the community for some time now. This has led to further assumptions along the lines of McCree, Mercy, Winston, and even Tracer being part of the Overwatch that fought the Omnics, or worse, they were even founding members. For us, the most intriguing part of this was just how damn sad Anna looks compared to everyone else, but we're resigned to pretty much never getting an answer as to why this is. The second image in Recall is the one that shows the Overwatch guys throwing Winston a little celebration, for what looks like earning a diploma or certification of some kind. Whatever it is, they're all, with the exception of Reyes who's doing his dark and brooding bit, looking delighted for him, with Morrison looking on proudly, Mercy's polite applause, through to Tracer jumping several feet in the air with her delight. There were even more queries around this picture, the most obvious being Genji's apparent lack of cybernetics, at least compared with the Genji we have in the modern day. There's also the Overwatch branded jumpsuit that he along with Tracer and Winston are sporting that we've not seen elsewhere, but I suppose that's me being a little too nerdy there. The common theme with both pictures though was, as I said, the apparent youth of the elder members when alongside the younger ones. Chu addressed this in this post on Tuesday by stating that in both pictures, Anna, Reyes and Morrison should be older, along with Torbjorn also needing to be aged up a bit in the Recall image. This clears up a few things. Firstly, the age increase on these guys, combined with the presence of Tracer, along with the others, but she's most convenient as she's the youngest, puts both of these pictures towards the end of Overwatch's lifespan. In short, it's full confirmation that you can all refer people to that folks like Mercy and Tracer had no part to play in the Omnic crisis. Only Anna, Morrison, Reyes, Torbjorn, Reinhardt, and Liao, wherever he or she is, were founding members, and that so much of what we see is set during the golden age of Overwatch, not just the beginning of its life. The clarification on Tracer's Accelerator was a bit more nuanced, and judging by this post, I'd say there's certainly a lot more behind it that we're yet to discover. But it seems our assertion made in the Reflections comic watch may not have been correct. Our theory was that she needed to wear it or be very close to it at all times, apart from where she had a kind of docking station. We see these or something resembling them in both her home and Winston's base, which is also where she's not wearing the Accelerator. From what Chu says here though, she is being anchored using a different method, which is pretty ambiguous. I mean, it could be a docking station still, but that seems less likely with that statement. What are your thoughts here? Onwards to in-game announcements, and the long-awaited Hook 2.0 is on the horizon. Other channels will doubtless cover this in greater detail, Overwatch Central already have for example. But in brief, Geoff Goodman outlined the upcoming changes in this blue post the other day. In short, the Hook when landing should more reliably pull the target in front of Roadhog, removing the momentum that could sometimes see folks ending up above, to the side, or even behind Roadhog in some circumstances. That's more of a nicety for the Hog players. Hopefully it fixes Anna ending up several miles away from you as well. To eliminate the infamous bullshit hooks, they're also adding a couple of line of sight sanity checks that occur both as the hook leaves Roadhog and as it hits the target. For the first, if Roadhog can't see you, you can't get hooked now. For the second, if you move out of line of sight fast enough, you'll break the hook. Hopefully all of this ends up with the hook feeling more balanced and results in fewer frustrating deaths. Expect that on the PTR very soon, if it isn't already by the time this goes live. Finally, the control map Oasis hit live servers the other day after what feels like an age on the PTR. There's a dedicated arcade mode for you to try it as much as you like, so go give that a go. but we fully intend to spend a few hours looking in every nook and cranny on spectator mode, in order to bring you all the lore goodness the map has to offer. Expect our take on that in a future map lore video. Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Lore Report. Have the timeline clarifications helped your understanding of the history of Overwatch? Are you as intrigued as I am in the sad Ana and non-Cyber Genji conundrums? Or are you just glad of Hook 2.0 landing? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell if you want notifications of future video releases. Until next time, I have been Curse, this has been Low Mana, thanks for watching.